I think I just cracked the code on how to get an 80% and above for mathematics. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Zandile Vilagazi. I am a final year student at the University of Johannesburg. I am studying Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics and Economics. And as you have seen by the thumbnail, I am here to give you guys tips on how to get 80% and above in pure maths or in mathematics. And I don't want to call it tips, but it's like a strategy. The strategy that I'm going to give you guys is the one that I used when I was in high school, and this is the one that I still use in varsity, but it's a little bit different because of how varsity is structured, right? But I promise you it works. It's like a plan. Obviously you have a goal, and I'm just basically guiding you on how to achieve your goal. So this is what this video is about. And with that said, let's just get on to the strategy on how to get a distinction in mathematics. Now, the first thing that you need to understand is that from obviously everyone that has a goal that they need to set, right? So for instance, here we're talking about distinction. We are A students. This is why you clicked on this video. So for instance, is that you need to understand the percentage that you want in terms of how much you need to get in the exam, right? So you know the fact that in pure mathematics, right, you have two papers. You have your paper 1 and your paper 2, and both those papers are out of what? Are out of 150. So since it's out of 150, you're going to say 150, and you want an 80%, right? So it's going to be 150 multiplied by what? Multiplied by 0.8, right? Then you're going to get as it being what? 120. So in both paper, when you write paper 1, you need to get what? You need to get 120 marks, and also in paper 2, you need to get 120 marks. So that's what you need to understand. And if you want a 90, it's going to be the same routine. It's going to be what? 150 multiplied by what? By 0.9, which is going to give you 135. So same thing, if you want a 90%, it's going to be what? It's going to be that you need to get 135 in paper 1, and also in paper 2, you need to get 135. Then if you are that gang and you want hundreds, you need to get 150 in paper 1, meaning you need to get total in paper 1, and you also need to get a total in paper 2. So now, since you understand from a point of view of how many marks you need to get from paper 1 and paper 2, we need to go what? We need to now go to each paper and see which topics contain more marks so that we can achieve our goal, right? So now the first thing that I'm going to do is we're going to go to paper 1 and see which topics actually have more marks. So I'm going to leave a document that I'm using right now. It's actually from the Department of Education, where it does break down which topics have more marks, right? So with paper 1, we have how many topics? We have in total, we have 6 topics, right? And within those 6 topics, the ones that contain more marks, the top 2 that contains more marks is functions and graphs. Then the second topic is differentiation calculus, right? You see the fact that functions and graph and differentiational calculus has 35 marks, both of them, right? So already, if you know those topics, you have 70 marks bagged if you know them perfectly, right? Then to get to your 120, if you add the next 2 topics, which is number patterns and also algebra, equations and inequality, which is solve for x, which is question 1 in the paper. If you ace those, right? If you ace those 4 and without any other topics, that's you minusing finance and probability, you have bagged an 80%. Imagine if you just take those topics and you make sure, which is the part that's crucial, you make sure the fact that you understand them to the core. No matter what, these topics you need to get, you need to score high marks, right? So since you're not the one that's setting the paper and you're not there, basically you don't know what type of questions are gonna come. Yes, you have practiced, you've done your part, But sometimes life happens, and that's that one question that basically gonna do what? That's gonna like just kick you by the butt, right? And for security reasons, that you definitely get your 180. That's when the finance topic and the probability topic comes in. If you make sure the fact that in finance and probability you work hard, like even if you work hard, like knowing 50% of the topic of both of them, so that you can cover up if you do a mistake in like in your top 4 topics, which is functions, differentiation, number patterns, and solve for x, so that when if you make a mistake or lose marks within the top 4 topics, right, that you have what you call this, you have finance and you have probability to cover up. Fun fact, and this is just like truth, that's what I'm saying, this works. I actually got my distinction, like I got like my 82 without knowing probability. Obviously now I do know probability, but I did not answer that topic, but I still managed to bag a distinction. So this shows that it works as long as you prioritize the topics that contains more marks. And because I am a fairy, I am here to give for that, for you to basically ace those topics and make sure the fact that like you master the topic. I actually have videos on like doing the topics from like scratch, meaning like from like grade 10 basics till matric, so that by the time you enter that exam, at most that you lose marks from that topic is like 1 mark, like 1 question, not 1 mark, right? So I actually have videos. I'll link them down in the description. But so far, because of I'm going with the syllabus, so far I've just uploaded the number pattern. So you can start with number pattern since you know that number pattern is important because it contains 35. And the nice thing about number pattern, guys, is that chances are it's not even chances, like you getting the probability of you getting like your whole 35 there, they're pretty high. It's not like a tricky topic at all. Where I think the ones that like, no, it's 25 marks, right? Sorry, the number patterns one's 25. But the one that I think is tricky, but I don't think it's like necessarily that tricky, it's just a few questions, is functions. But with differentiation, with calculus, that's like an easy mark type of question. Only the last question, which is applications of calculus. But with that said, that's how basically you structure it. So now moving to paper 2, right? With paper 2, in total, you have 4 topics, right? Which is statistics, you have analytic geometry, you have trigonometry, then you have Euclidean, right? So with that topic, as I say, the fact that we need to prioritize the one that have more marks, the one that's going to make you achieve the mark that you want. And those topics is, the first one is trigonometry, which contains 50 marks. 50 marks. Guys, 50 marks. Then we have Euclidean, which contains 40 marks. Then we have analytic geometry, which contains another 40 marks. If you add them together, it's even more than the distinction. It's even more than 80% because it's 130 marks. This is you entering the exam without knowing statistics and getting there and making sure the fact that you master your trigonometry, you master your Euclidean, and you master your what? You master your analytic. And fun fact, which is I feel like a lot of people basically, because if I feel like paper 2 is more of like studying and isn't a lot of application, and a lot of people don't take maths as studying, and that's why like some do badly, is that paper 2 is one of the easiest paper to actually bag a lot of marks. There isn't a paper that they like repeating questions like paper 1. Like I know with Euclidean geometry is that yes, it's a tricky topic, but the minute you start like reading and studying it and basically understanding, or even watching YouTube videos, you can wait for mine, yours truly, but even watching YouTube videos, right, is that after doing like all the questions in your textbook, you probably would master that topic. It's like one topic that they like repeating. It's repetition. It's always repetition. It's not as tricky as paper 1. Paper 1 is more of like the application. It has like you connecting a lot of things together, where paper 2, it's if you can study and understand your theorem, it's repetition. That's the nice thing about paper 2. So you could actually score more in paper 2. And imagine you get that 130 without statistics. And when you add stats, which is such a simple topic, you can get like probably a 90% in paper 2, making you get in general, in total, more than 80%. But that's how it is. So always, as I said, the factor, just to be on the safe side, is that you need to understand statistic, even if you understand it like 50%, because of the other ones you need to master them to get your marks. But here it stats, even if you get like, you understand the work 50%, is that you still can get your distinction. It's very crucial. It's very crucial, the fact that you are like going the same pace as your teacher. It's either like, not even either. It's either the fact that by the week, when the week ends, you need to understand thoroughly the work that has been done in that week, right? So you need to like work with your teacher. And another thing is that, can you guys, if there's one thing, you need to make your maths teacher your best friend. Aspi, I know I've done my matric 3 times, so I would know. It's that the minute, like when I was doing it for the 3rd time, the minute I made my maths teacher my best friend, meaning, I mean like I was constantly consulting. That's what I mean, best friend. I don't mean like actual best friend. But it's that the minute I wasn't afraid to ask and consult, even if in your head it seems like the question is stupid, the minute I took it as I am here to learn and it makes sense why I don't understand this, that's why as you as being my teacher, you're here to help me. The minute I viewed it like that, that's when I started doing well. Because every time when I didn't understand the question, even if it seemed silly, or even if I was the only person that didn't understand, I would go and consult. And I would never, during that week when we're doing like a topic, I would never end the week without understanding that week's work. If there's homework, I would never end that week not understanding how to solve my homework questions. So if you're upgrading and you are at school and you have a teacher, do the same thing. Never end a week without understanding the concept. Please, guys, never do that. Never do that. And another thing is that, I know every video says that, or every maths thing, tips, it says practice every day. You guys need to practice every day. To add more, so another tip is that to add more to basically practicing every day, there's this website. I love it. I wish I knew about the website when I was like still in grade 12, because I feel like it would have done wonders for my life. Because of one, it's like it's exciting to practice with that website, and that website is Siyavola, right, guys? If you know what, if there's one thing that you take in this video, please go utilize that website. Please utilize that website. So how the website goes, right, is that obviously you're gonna get in. I'm gonna leave a link in the description of the website. Like, you get there, you put your login details, you sign up if you don't have an account, and if you do have an account, you just log in, right? Then on top, there's like textbooks. If you don't have a maths textbook, this is like a great place. The textbook is pretty good, right? Because like I use it to even compile your guys' video. So you go to the textbook. Then if you don't need a textbook, you can go under practice. Then under practice, obviously, you're going to scroll down. When you scroll down, there's going to be what? There's going to be like practice grade 12. Then you're going to click there, right? When you practice grade 12, when you're done with each topic, right, scroll down. There's going to be like paper 1. Then when you scroll down under paper 1, you're going to see the topic that you have done. So with my video series, like when you're done watching the number pattern video series, you can actually go for extra prep, like for extra practice, right? You can go to the website and click on number patterns. Then when you click on number patterns, you're going to see questions from past papers. And the nice thing about it is that it marks you automatically. And if you get the question wrong, you can actually read the solution. So you are learning while practicing, right? So that's that. That's like an amazing website. I promise you guys, it's an amazing website, especially if you want to master a topic, which is this is what this whole video is about. It's you mastering a topic so that you can get the mark that you want. If you truly want to master a topic, Siyavula it's a 10 out of 10. I recommend it's a 10 out of 10. Like, that's what I'm saying, the fact that I'm mad, the fact that when I was in matric, I didn't know about the website. But please check it out. And if you want to maybe your basics are not like, maybe there's a certain topic and you feel like your basics is not good, you can actually go back to other grades, like grade 11, and go to that topic and basically practice those questions in that topic so that you know the fact that you master the questions. And as I said, the questions are from what? Are from past papers. So Siyavula, it's a 10 out of 10. I recommend. So you guys should basically check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. So another tip that I feel like a lot of students, and also me, I didn't do it, but I started doing it like when I was doing my matric the third time, right? Is that I feel like a lot of people do not review their papers. Reviewing papers, I feel like we don't like doing it. And I don't understand why. Because I feel like at the end of the day, the purpose of writing is for the teacher to understand, or even yourself to understand the topic, right? And after that, that is why there's correction, so that you can see whether, okay, cool, I am flopping on this section or this part and all that. It's for you to basically test yourself, or the teacher's testing you. It's very crucial if you want to master the topic to basically review your paper. What I mean with review is that after writing the paper and you get your marks and you look at your script, after looking at that script and you see the fact that, okay, cool, I flopped or I got it wrong in this question and this question and this question. After doing correction, if you see the fact that during the corrections you don't understand the question, go consult, guys. Go to your teacher. Going back to the first tip is that make sure that your math teacher is your best friend. Go consult. Then after consulting, ask your teacher, okay, cool. And even if you don't understand, you'll be like, okay, cool, I don't understand 1, 2, 3. Can you please explain? Or you feel like you got that thing right and you don't understand why the person marked you, your teacher marked you wrong. Ask them why, so that you don't make the same mistake in your final exam. We don't wanna flop marks like that. So please, guys, if there's please review your papers. After writing, after getting your mark, go and after doing the correction, if you after done doing the correction you see like, okay, cool, I understand, then it's fine. But if you still feel like you don't understand, go to your teacher and let your teacher explain what's going on so that you don't do the mistake again. Because if I feel like a lot of people, why they get low marks or their marks don't change, is that after writing they never for the life of God basically review their paper. So you keep on doing the same mistake. Why? We don't know. But I was once you, so it's fine. I'm not going to judge you. But please, guys, one thing, please review your papers. Make sure the fact that you consult about past questions that you got incorrect so that you don't repeat the question. You don't repeat the mistake, sorry. With that said, you basically consulting, making your your math teacher your best friend, and basically having a strategy, like as I showed you how to get the marks and which topics to focus. Is that another thing is that you need to start believing in yourself, the fact that you're truly good in maths. As they say, the fact that you first see it in your mind, then it comes to fruition, right? Have a positive relationship with mathematics. Do not say the fact that I can't do maths. If you keep on saying that, you're not going to be able. So be positive on your relationship with mathematics. Tell yourself the fact that I'm good. And another thing is that don't be hard on yourself when you don't understand the section. You are there. Understand this about school. You are there to learn. It's humanly impossible for you to get there and know it. No. Why are you there? The question is, why are you there? It's humanly impossible. So take it the fact that I am here to obviously not understand certain topics, like right? And that is why you need to, if you feel like maybe you feel uncomfortable with maybe asking your teacher, that is why there's YouTube, guys. Please use YouTube and search for topics. There's people doing YouTube videos explaining concepts, so always do that. Like, just make sure the fact that you put the effort, and I promise you, it's gonna you're gonna thank yourself. And obviously it's gonna get hard every once in a while, but do not give up. Don't give up. You are gonna ace it as long as you follow the plan. And the last tip I think I want to give you guys is that, can you please, guys, make a study timetable, right? Make a study timetable or make a schedule, like on how you're gonna like basically manage matric or manage this upgrading period or season that you're in. Just make a study timetable, and I promise that you're gonna be good. So that's the end of the video. I hope this video was helpful, and please, guys, don't just watch and not follow. Just watch. You've watched it, right? Please implement everything that I've said and basically see how things end up at the end of the day, because as I said, is that it actually works. This is what I'm using, and I've been getting really good marks in varsity implementing this type of strategy and basically following things that I'm telling you guys, making my lectures my best friend and all that. It actually works, right? Because of like, I've been getting low like what you call this, low marks, woman. So is that, please implement it. Just don't just watch. And when it gets rough, don't give up, because of life has ups and downs. So you need to understand the fact that even the subject's going to have ups and downs. So just don't give up, and never say that you're bad at maths. No one is bad at maths. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. It's weird saying that, but like and subscribe if you want to.